Welcome to STEM Sport, the ultimate fuel for renewal. The STEM Sport regime of using STEM Enhance and STEM Flow for the active body. Whether you're a pro athlete or a casual fitness enthusiast, this important performance breakthrough will transform your fitness experience. Performance is limited by your body's ability to renew, rebuild, recover, and rejuvenate itself. So get STEM Sport to renew and recover faster by naturally increasing your number of circulating stem cells for improved mental clarity. Reap the many benefits that come from aiding your body's ability to transport vital nutrients, oxygen, and stem cells to your muscles, tissues, and organs. So how does STEM Sport work? Scientific developments have revealed that stem cells released from the bone marrow are at the core of the body's renewal process, traveling through the body to support organs and tissues in need of repair and renewal. Activity and exercise naturally damage the muscle cells. What this means to you is increased stiffness, potential swelling, associated pain. And as pain increases, the reduced ability to contract your muscles. Perhaps this is not a big deal to you and me, a bit uncomfortable, but it may not affect us in our ability to carry on in our daily life. However, as one moves up in the athletic arena to the elite amateur and professional range, the ability to fully contract the muscles is important in order to maximize the benefits of each training session. Therefore, reducing recovery time becomes critical. This being said, STEM Sport remains an invaluable tool for anyone interested in increasing their level of activity, as exercise is extremely rewarding, not only for weight management and cardiovascular benefits, but also because it is known to elevate mood and energize the whole body, so we can all benefit from speeding up our recovery, as it keeps us motivated to continue to exercise and be active. The solution is simple. Assist the natural release of more stem cells. Get more stem cells circulating in the system so that they can target areas of need, especially the muscles, ligaments, and tendons. This will allow optimal repair and rebuilding, and consequently, faster recovery. Then you can return to activity and athletic participation more fully and more quickly. STEM Sport is the concept of using STEM Enhance for the active body. STEM Enhance is our patented botanical extract of AFA, clinically shown to increase the number of circulating stem cells by an average of 25 to 30%. That is equal to 3 to 4 million more circulating stem cells. Plus Stem Flow, a powerful triple-action circulatory enhancer that contain enzymes that help digest fibrin, powerful antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, and also compounds that help detoxify the body by assisting the removal of metabolic byproducts. STEM Sport, for focus, performance, recovery. Good for all athletic endeavors. And after reviewing the World Anti-Doping Association banned substance list, STEM Sport does not contain any banned substances or ingredients found on the WADA list. Give STEM Sport a try now. You will be amazed. Find out for yourself what this truly vital stem cell nutritional program can do for you. Empower yourself with STEM Sport, the ultimate fuel for renewal.
Show that Heather Livingston is an internationally recognized expert with more than 20 years in the field of nutrition and sports nutrition, which is probably just right down my street, and she's here with us this morning. Good morning and welcome to Smile Jamaica. Stem cells.
Yeah.
Quite controversial, isn't it?
It can be, it can be. That's mostly surrounding the embryonic stem cells. And science is starting to understand more is the adult stem cells, which starts from the day we're born. Right, those are not controversial.
What are we talking about when we say stem cells?
Right.
What are we talking about?
What we're talking about is adult stem cells. They're made in our body every day. They're an essential component of our renewal system. We have to renew every cell in our body so we can continue to progress and live as a human. And that's what we're talking about, the adult stem cells, the non-controversial ones.
And there's a product called Stem Enhance.
Stem Enhance is the first product on the market, yep, patented, and it allows more stem cells to be released into the circulating blood system to then start the renewal and repair process.
But it doesn't actually use stem cells.
It's
not made of stem cells.
No, it's made of an aquatic botanical that has been shown to release stem cells into the more stem cells, 25 to 30% more stem cells.
Which would help with recovery from certain injuries and so on.
That's exactly right. The renewal process, renewal process in every organ, every cell. And what's really exciting is the new research, and you being a football coach, you said that, right? Right. The renewal process for the athlete, the reducing recovery time. You know, it's reducing recovery time is huge in the industry. I work with the NBA and FIBA and the IHL, and that's what opens the doors when we talk about recovery time for athletes.
Let me ask you a question, because some injuries are, say for instance, your cartilage is damaged, gone.
Right.
You can't regenerate.
Well, that was the understanding, and I've had 5 knee surgeries, so I empathize with anything to do with cartilage. I know, it's stupid at being an athlete. But yes, it's avascular, so traditional medicine is that you have to remove it because it's never going to heal. Well, now they're showing research, and it was starting to do in Boston, it's been done in Germany, and it's been done in England, as well as Australia, about regenerating any cell in the body, any cell, cartilage cells, you know, muscle cells. Of course, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about reducing recovery time for an athlete, is the microscopic muscle fiber tears, and over time, you know, decreased ability to restore muscle glycogen, the fuel for the body, it's carbohydrates. And so repairing, yes, cartilage. And again, what we're talking about is a nutritional component that assists our natural renewal process. It's not a foreign substance we're putting in that causes bizarre effects. It's the natural renewal of releasing stem cells. Yeah.
I'm told you're here in Jamaica to host a number of conferences.
Yeah, we had one last night here, and we have one tomorrow night. I have to read it. Mandeville Hotel. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah.
So when you say host a number of conferences, who are
they're open to the public, just to kind of educate people on stem cells, the renewal system. You know, people don't, when you say renewal system, people don't even know what that is yet, because it was only recently discovered. And when I say recently, around the late 90s, early 2000, you say cardiovascular system, you say the immune system, people are sort of familiar with those. They might not know exactly, but the renewal system, people go, what is that? Well, it is an existing system in the body that's now being more understood, with the component of it being, the primary component being the adult stem cell.
Stem Enhance, how do you know it works? Have you?
Peer-reviewed, published research in medical journals. It's been studied. The actually ingredient, here we go, ready for this? Ephanizomenin flasaque. How's that? Yeah, affectionately known as AFA. That's easy to say. And it's been studied for over 15 years. Then the concentration of it, the 5-to-1 ratio, which is in our product, has been studied, and the research was published, and then the company launched. And that was unique in the field of nutrition, because nutrition doesn't study a product. Nutrition usually studies ingredients. And so the research that's been published in medical journals around the world, they're international medical journals, is actually on the product and not just the ingredient. So it's pretty cool.
Recovery system. So I'm an athlete. I was at the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
I ran the 100 meters on Monday, and I need to run the 200 on Tuesday.
Yeah.
What do I do in between all that time?
Well, that's just it. The human body takes 48 hours to fully recover, and elite athletes at that level don't have the luxury of time. So we have to, assist. The first component of recovery is to assist the muscle fiber, the muscle cell, in repairing itself. Once it gets repaired, then you can assist the uptake mechanisms to remove lactic acid. You can then restore muscle glycogen, the fuel. So all these components in recovery starts with repairing the muscle cell.
Stem Enhance does all that?
Stem Enhance assists in releasing stem cells that then travel, they're beckoned, because when an area is under stress or damage, it sends out a compound that beckons the stem cells to come to it and start the repairing process. So the more we can get floating around in the circulating system, and the more targeted it can reach the cells in need, the quicker the recovery can occur.
Well, hold on a sec. Don't we have a certain amount of stem cells?
Absolutely.
In our body? So
you're right.
Does it increase them?
Yes,
or?
25 to 30%. 3 to 4 million extra within an hour of taking the product, and that's what's been published in this research. Yes, you're absolutely right. We already have stem cells floating around, but there's a few components. The WHO, World Health Organization, NIH, National Institutes of Health, and if you Google adult stem cells, there's research that strongly supports additional stem cells circulating, because there's a few factors. One, as we age, 30 to 35, I think we're probably all there.
No, he is.
Okay, I am. Or more. I have a birthday very soon. But there's research that supports more, because as we age, we start producing less. Additionally, stress. We all know the negative effects of emotional stress. People get headaches, they get cardiovascular fluctuations, you know, trepidation, the gut, the irritated bowel syndrome, malabsorption, etc. But also, when our body's under stress, remember the compound I mentioned, that when there's an area of need or a distressed area, that they send out a compound to beckon the stem cells to come to that area. Well, under emotional stress, the whole body's screaming out, come repair me. Well, and that's just it. The stem cells are diluted around the body. So we have to manage negative stress. We have to, our age is a factor. And then if we don't eat valuable nutrients, essential vitamins, minerals, proteins, etc., all the good nutrition we're supposed to eat, every cell in the body doesn't function as well as it should, and stem cells is a cell in the body.
Almost, sorry to jump in, almost everything has side effects. How do I know long-term use?
Well, the ingredient, the compound has been studied and researched and published for over 15 years, and there's been no side effects. The only, there's an exception with people that are on blood thinners because there's vitamin K in the ingredient, in the actual natural botanical. So people on blood thinners should manage, not limit and manage their vitamin K, but it's still at 2 capsules a day is within the general ranges of people on blood thinners. Other than that, no side effects.
That's the delivery, isn't it? The capsule. You get bottles of
bottles of capsules, and it's a 2-part gelatin cap. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm not going to end up growing any.
You're not going to grow any extra. Now, the one thing about growing, and you just went like that, which made me think, there's research that our chief scientist, Christian DePoe, he's the published research scientist, he has done research on increasing muscle mass. Not that stem enhance makes the muscle grow, but stem enhance allows more stem cells to be released. The more stem cells target the damaged muscle cell, the muscle cell repairs itself quicker, the athlete can then return to play and train at a fuller rate.
Yeah, and you're talking specifically about athletes here. It's not something that we could take and just feel good about.
Well, I always am cautious when I say athletes, because every human body, this container we live within, should be active. We demand physical activity to maintain bone density and muscle mass. We actually we have to be. So this applies to everybody. It's as we become an elite athlete, though, or a more high caliber. Even we talked with the field hockey team and the netball team and those teams, and all athletes at various levels, get to a point where degradation is occurring, especially when competition. We were talking with the field hockey, and they've got a big tournament coming up where they only have 24 hours to recover. Now the body takes 48 hours to recover, and it's a long tournament with 10, 12 competitions with only a day in between.
You mean here in Jamaica?
It's got to be somewhere else.
No, I mean you spoke to the I've seen them play. It won't take them that long to recover.
Who brought you down to Jamaica to do
My company, StemTech Health Sciences, is here to have me talk about stem-enhanced stem cells, and of course the athletes.
Okay. The product is on the market here already, isn't it?
It is, for about 7 months now. That's right.
Isn't there a possibility of confusion with stem cell research where they use, just the other day, they used somebody's stem cells to regrow the windpipe?
And that was done with adult stem cells. Adult stem cells have the ability to change a master cell into any cell of the body. So that's not controversial, because that's done with adult stem cells.
Right, but I'm just saying there might be an element of confusion with what your product is about,
right. Yeah.
which is not quite the same, is it?
Well, our product allows more stem cells to be released in the natural renewal system. It's a nutritional supplement. It's not a medicine. That was done under medical supervision. Even vitamin C can be used as a medicine in therapeutic amounts. So there's the difference, nutritional amounts versus therapeutic amounts.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Very exciting.
Heather Livingston, Vice President, StemTech, here to talk about Stem Enhance. We take a break. More on Smile when we come back.
If you're just joining us, we're talking about an incredible new breakthrough in stem cell nutrition called Stem Enhance. It promotes the natural release of adult stem cells, which can result in greater overall health and well-being.
Well, Amy, most of us know about the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, but as we grow older, the ability to recover as quickly from a workout or other physical activity becomes more and more challenging as the years go by.
For example, Frank Condon, a world-class runner who competes in the over 65 division, was finding it more and more difficult to recover from his grueling workouts as the years started to catch up with him. Then he heard about Stem Enhance and decided to put it to the test. Well, a world record followed, as well as the amazing story you're about to see.
I've been running competitively since 1956, since my freshman year in high school at Seton Hall High School on Long Island. And it's been quite a run for me, actually. It's been 53 years. And I had no idea when I started running that I'd have this kind of longevity or this kind of passion for the sport of running. When I broke the record, the world record in the mile at the Reggie Lewis Center in Boston, indoor mile record, I just felt a lot of gratitude. You know, I just really was thankful that I had the opportunity to do that, that people around me have been supportive enough to allow me to you know, pursue my passion, that I'm healthy enough to do that, and that I had Stem Enhance as my secret weapon. I feel I have an edge when it comes to running. I've come across Stem Enhance by StemTech, and I'll tell you what, I've introduced that to over 100 runners and other athletes, assorted athletes, soccer players, etc. And I get the same feedback from all of them, pretty much the same feedback, that their energy is better, they recover, their recovery time has dropped 30 to 40%, so they're back at it much sooner and injury-free. Within 3 months, I noticed a difference in my recovery power. All of a sudden, I could get one extra hard workout in per week, and did not feel as fatigued after workouts, or especially the next day. It's just been an amazing, amazing product for me.
An excellent time for Frank Condon in California.
Stem Enhance is a life-changing new product from StemTech Health Sciences, pioneers in stem cell nutrition whose mission it is to help people improve their quality of life.
Now, what does that mean? Well, for all of us, being healthy is more than just feeling well. Being healthy is making sure that the body's amazing rejuvenating capability is always operating at maximum effectiveness. Adult stem cells, often called the master cells, move through our circulatory system and go to areas where they are needed most, helping the body maintain optimal health.
And that is why Stem Enhance is such a phenomenal breakthrough in stem cell nutrition that is really changing the way we look at optimal health and well-being.